I don't think I do it.
But Arsenal started like house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah.
Yes, now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. And I've woke up feeling good, feeling positive, because today, yes, today, Leeds United will create a 3-point gap over Nottingham Forest, over Everton, over Leicester. It's happening. Today is the day Leeds United season takes another upturn, okay? We've had a roller coaster season. We've had peaks and troughs, but today's when that all changes, because Leeds United are going to win the game. I think Willie Gnonto is going to play. I'd go as far as to say he's going to score a goal. He's going to run over to that area and go like this to Javi Grazia. Leeds United are going to win today. I'm quite, I say quietly, I'm definitely not quietly confident. I'm very confident today.
Are you ready?
Degenerate. Honestly, I'm good. DT Turley says, thought we were down yesterday when Forest were winning. Oh my God, how sweet was that? How sweet was that? Ivan Toney, Josh De Silva coming up trumps in the last minute as well. That's when you know your luck's in. That's when you know your luck's in. Straight up. Because the fact that they conceded 2 goals, one basically right at full time, that means your luck's in, people. And listen, we're down there for a reason. Teams are down there for a reason. One win could be enough. One win could be enough. Listen, there's more teams getting dragged in. West Ham lost yesterday, comfortably beaten by Crystal Palace. West Ham have Man City midweek and then Man United next week. They've got a congested fixture list. West Ham aren't out of this yet. There's many teams still in it for me. And there's going to be many more twists and turns. I remember last season when we beat Wolves, when we beat Norwich, and we all thought we were staying up at that point. And then it dipped again. And it ended up going to the final day. It'll probably go to the final day today. But if we don't win today, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. You know what I mean? But I think we will win. We have a very, very good record against Bournemouth. Only lost once in our history. Won 10 and only drawn a few. Maybe 3 or 4. Bournemouth got a great win last time out on Thursday, though, against South Coast rivals Southampton. A lot of exertion in that game. You know, we spoke to Sam yesterday. They put a lot into that. We've had, much more rest, which has also meant that Javi's been able to get his ideas across. I know there's a lot of doubt about Javi, and I don't see him here past the summer. I think he will be relieved of his duties, but in an amicable way, because I do think he's going to keep us up. I'm actually confident about what plan he has to get us a result today. Now, against Wolves, we won the game. Against Southampton, we won the game. We got a point against Leicester, a point against Brighton. Yes, we've lost to Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea. The Fulham one, should really have got something from it. But the performance wasn't there. But the Crystal Palace one, for me, really, is the anomaly. I'm not trying to see this through Javi rose-tinted glasses, but he's got results when it mattered against teams that we should be getting results against. Southampton, Wolves that were down there. That Brighton point looks very good now. I can't lie to you, it looks very good. Yes, they got beat by Forest, but I did say to you that FA Cup semi-final penalty loss would have taken a lot out of them. And look what Brighton did yesterday. They slapped up Wolves for 6. They're a good side. It's a good point. Liverpool was a disgrace, but Liverpool can do that to teams. They shouldn't have done it to us, though, Jamie. I agree with you, because I know that's what you'll come back with. Getting slapped up for 6 is not good. I put a lot of that down to the players, and them old, ultimately, this squad's been the same defensively since Bielsa was in charge. They're used to conceding a lot of goals. That doesn't make it right. But I just think they reverted back to type. I agree with you, Jamie, that from the position we were in against Leicester, we had to win. And that does come on Javi for his negative tactics, trying to hold on to a lead. I think if we go and get a second in that game, which was well within our capabilities, we win the game. But I just think away from home at Bournemouth, coupled with our good record, the extra day's rest, which therefore means extra tactical clarity for the lads, I think we get a result today. Would a point suffice? I would argue no, because of the run that we've got. Because this is why it's so important as well we get 3 points today. Because it's very, very conceivable that we don't get anything from the next 2. We play Manchester City away, and we've got Newcastle at home. Newcastle are flying. Home or away. We've seen what they did to Everton the other night. They've got Southampton today at St James's Park. I expect a similar result. Of course, we can make it tough for them at Ellen Road. We're not getting anything against City. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. Newcastle, you just never know. I don't think we will, but you just never know. At home, crowd behind you, you get an early goal. You just don't know on the day. But City is not happening. You could get 3 early goals against City, and I'd still think at half-time that we're going to get beat 4-3. They're just a different animal right now. So you just write that one off. I know people don't like the free hit moniker, but it is what it is. I'd rest players. I'd argue I'd rest players. If Vobra and that don't play them against City. Save them for the Newcastle game at home. Save them for West Ham away, and save them for the last day of the season. Brian says, imagine if we beat City. This isn't like seasons gone by. City are a different animal. They're going to win every single game for me now between now and the end of the season. They'll probably have a nice little points cushion. They'll win the FA Cup against Manchester United, and I think they'll batter Real Madrid. Call me mad. But I said the winner of that Bayern City game wins the Champions League for me, and City just comfortably beat them in the end. I know the second leg was a little bit hairy, scary, but they were comfortable, City, and see what they did to Arsenal. Anyway, this isn't the City show, but all I'm saying is we ain't getting anything in that. And it's highly unlikely, we'll be massive outsiders against Newcastle at home. So it's highly unlikely we get anything from the next 2. So we have to win today. We must win today, because if we don't, then obviously there is a real opportunity for the other teams to catch us, because the next 2 for me, we don't get anything from. Maybe Newcastle, I don't know, but definitely not Man City. So that's a week where you're getting no points. At least if you have a 3-point gap, then it's okay, because they must win in order to get level with you. If they don't, then it's another game gone and you've still 3 points gap, because we're running out now, right? We're running out of time. The time is now. The time is now. Because obviously, Leicester play Everton tomorrow. I've seen a bit of questions and queries online as to how people want that result to go. For me, I want Leicester to win, because I think Leicester will stay up, and I want to keep that gap between them and Everton. I don't fancy a point apiece, because I just think Leicester have very favourable fixtures, so more so than Everton. So for me, just let Leicester win that and them continue to collect points and just create that gap. I've said for quite some time, I think Forest and Southampton will go down. It's a sucker blow for Forest yesterday, a massive, massive blow. I think they ended the game with a couple of players out as well due to cramp and whatnot, and using all the subs, etc. So yeah, there will be many twists and turns. We could win today and still still struggle. But I just having a look at the fixture difficulty rating, because this is what it is. I hate when people say we shouldn't have to focus on other teams, etc. The facts are we do, right? And if we have a look at this, obviously Nottingham Forest, that's a huge game next week on the 6th. That's massive. Forest versus Southampton. If I'd happily let them get points. You know what I mean? A point apiece or Southampton win. Southampton already have the gap. Just let me sort the dogs out the scrap. Come on, out you go. So I'd happily let Southampton and Forest take points. Forest will stay up, says Paul. Not for me. Not for me, mate. They got a win against Brighton. Yeah, they got a win against Brighton. This is what I'm saying. People get carried away. There's too much recency bias. They got a win against Brighton and everyone's going, Forest show fight. We don't show fight. Forest hadn't won in like 12. Do you know what I mean? And then what do they do in the next game? They follow it up and throw it away. They throw it away against Brentford after being 1-0 up and comfortable, according to Steve Cooper. I didn't watch the game. So, you know, this notion that Forest, you know, are gonna suddenly turn things around, I think it's wild. You know, Forest have Southampton, Chelsea away. Maybe they get something there, but their away form's shocking. They're not getting anything against Arsenal, and then they finish the day at Crystal Palace, which they could get something from because Crystal Palace will be well and truly on the beach at that point and Forest fighting for their lives. This is why it's potentially going to go to the last day. But I hope when it goes to the last day, we need a point or something like that, or, you know, a team has to win by a goal difference of, you know, 5 or something in order for us to get relegated. Everton, if you look at Everton's fixtures over the next couple, obviously they've got Leicester tomorrow, but Brighton away. No, Brighton showed yesterday they are no longer on the beach. There was changes aplenty. You could argue their second team, Undav, etc., playing. Mitoma came off the bench and stuff. I'll tell you what, I was fuming with 6 goals and Solly March didn't have 1 goal involvement, and he's in my fantasy team. I was not a happy boy. But yeah, Brighton away. Brighton's still clinging for Europe, so, you know, they're going to be on it. Man City at home. Write that one off, Everton fans. It's the last 2 for Everton, isn't it? But like I say, if we can get a point here, 3 points, sorry. I fancy Leicester tomorrow. Then they have to go away to Brighton when we play City. You'd argue they lose, we lose. Gap continues. Following week, we play Newcastle, they play City. You would argue we both lose. Gap continues. Then it's the last 2, isn't it? And listen, I think we can get something in them last 2. I know people disagree. West Ham away is not going to be easy. But, you know, I remember Jack Harrison's hat-trick down there last season. The thing is, for West Ham as well, they have to play a hell of a lot of games. They've got a semi-final. You know, they've got 2 games this week. They play Man City as well during the week. So they've got a bit of a congested fixture list of West Ham, and no easy fixtures either, apart from us maybe at home, according to West Ham. Probably their most winnable game. I was chatting to Lawless yesterday, just telling him he's going to get beat, etc. I was getting a bit giddy, but he said, look, Leeds is probably our most winnable game. So, you know, they do have some tough fixtures as well. I don't think they're out of it. I would argue Crystal Palace are. Who else are we going to look at? Obviously, Southampton for me are done, but listen, Southampton could go on a mad run. They got 3 or 2 fixtures there. They fancy they could maybe get something out of it, but I think the gap's already a little bit too big for Southampton. It is, for me, it is between, if I'm being like hand on heart, like I think Forest and Southampton are going down, and I've said that for quite some time, yeah. I've said that for quite some time. People who watch me regularly know that. And then I said the last spot is between us, Leicester and Everton. West Ham might get dragged in, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But SECPFC says, as a Palace fan, I hope you stay up. Thank you very much, mate. Great performance yesterday. And Eze scored any time, which won me some money. So that was good. So thank you for that. Not that you had any impact on it, but yeah, if you were there, maybe you did with the crowd and that. Okay, so this is the predicted lineups for both sides. We spoke to Sam yesterday, and he thinks this will be pretty bang on. He said the only change would be if Tavernier's fit, he would come in for Adam Smith. Whether or not Tavernier will be fit, though, we'll wait and see. He thinks he might not risk him anyway. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Obviously, we're all aware of the qualities of Solanke, Philip Billing, etc. Jefferson Lerma does a good job in midfield as well. So yeah, that's and Neto being their standout performer, not just on the stats but also performances. Yes, he is prone to a few howlers. Sam was telling us yesterday, and hopefully that happens. But yeah, for Leeds United, according to SofaScore, listen, I don't think this will be right. I think Nonto starts today. I've got a feeling Nonto will start from the left and Jack Harrison will start from the right. I think you've got to play Rodrigo again alongside Bamford. I thought Rodrigo was great for 70 minutes against Leicester. And say what you want about us. We should have taken 3 points against Leicester. They're still a very good side, and James Maddison was very good in the game. I don't think we challenged them enough defensively, but they're not a bad side, Leicester. I know they've been poor this season, but Ian Atcho and stuff, I think they're a better side than what Bournemouth are. I know the league table says different, but I think if we're on it today, we can get 3 points. But I do think Nonto starts, and I think Jack Harrison will play from the right. I think it'll be Rodrigo Moreno behind Patrick Bamford, Weston McKennie, Mark Rocker, and then I think the back four will be the same, unless Vober's fit, but I don't think he trained. I would play Vober in this, but if he's touch and go, just leave him, and I'd leave him out for City as well, so we've got them for the last 3. Yeah, Jamie, I know you've been saying that for some time, mate. It was a must-win for you, wasn't it, buddy? And I understand that. I can understand why. But we'll see. I'm just gonna flash up the table as well for you folks. And this is where the current land lies. Obviously, Leeds down there in 16th, as you can see. In 16th, currently, Southampton foot of the table. If we look at the points, Southampton have 24, are 6 behind Leeds United, who was on 30. Better than Forest, or is it Leicester we're better than, sorry? No, yeah, better than Forest on goal difference. But like I said, the huge thing is, obviously, they've played 34 now. If Leeds United can get 3 points today, that puts them on 33, which puts them just a point behind West Ham, which is absolutely huge. As I say, West Ham have got the 2 Manchester clubs up next as well. I don't think they win them. Rashford's in hot form. City are a different beast. I don't think they get any points. But then again, will Leeds in the next 2 against City and Newcastle? Maybe not. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why we're down there. You know, Everton, if they don't get anything against Leicester, are they going to get anything away at Brighton? Are they going to get anything at home against City? You would argue no. So this is what I'm saying about how, you know, someone said yesterday on one of the streams, we needed 7 more points. And I was like, 7? Are you mad? Like 7 points? You don't need that. 1 win could be enough. 1 win could be enough. You know, some saying 34 could be enough. I know Sam believed that at Bournemouth. He thinks 34. 34 genuinely could be enough, and we'd be a point away from that if we get 3 points today. I think Southampton are done and they must beat Forest, but you know, the rest of the teams, maybe just maybe actually, like if you look at it, Leicester and Everton might be best to be a draw. Everton get 30. Everton get 29. Leicester get 30, and we're sat on 33. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that would be enough. But yeah, I think maybe 34, like Pele 10 says there, 34, 35 could definitely be enough. Let me know how you know, if Leeds United are to win today, I'd like us to be aggressive in our pressing. I think our best form of defence is attack. I think our best form of defence is definitely to attack. We've seen that against Leicester, you know. And I would argue as well against Fulham. I know people disagreed with Javi's comments when he said we tried to be more aggressive in the press, but I did see that and did mention it on the watch along that we seem to be pressing them a little bit higher. Obviously, anybody else getting blurred video the last couple of Joe uploads? Is everybody getting blurred video? Is it a bit blurry, folks? I've got it in front of me on my screen now, bro. It isn't blurry. No, everyone's fine. Cool. It might be, you might need to clean your screen, mate. Stop masturbating in front of your screen. I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. I'm going to look on 538 now, for those that asked. Maybe change the graphics settings. Yeah. Could be that. John, there you go, mate. It's nice, isn't it? It's cool. Joe, your tattoo might take Leeds down, says Richard. Well, Neil, love you, Neil. Yeah, this is filmed in 1080. Yeah, try changing it to 1080. That's what it is. This is what this is filmed in 1080. So that's what it might be. What was I talking about before? I've lost myself. I forgot what I was talking about. Right. Okay. So, if we look at 538, let's see what 538 is saying ahead of this. Oh, it was the tattoo I was talking about. Yeah. Someone said that my nose ring was the reason we were going down. Yeah, I've got Leeds tattoos, mate. Bielsa one, Click one. I don't know which the next one's going to be. So this was before the game. So this was April the 26th. Today, though, you can see all change just above us there. Like, obviously, West Ham were due to finish ahead of Bournemouth and in between Wolves, obviously beaten by Crystal Palace quite comfortably. Bournemouth look like they're going to be finishing around about 13th, man, which has been quite the season for them. But you can see here, look, they have Leeds United with a 35% chance of going down. Nottingham Forest, after yesterday's results, have increased. Obviously, Leeds United's chances of relegation decrease because Southampton play Newcastle today, of course, so that's a tough fixture. But Nottingham Forest, as I say, they got beat by Brentford, which you can see there has increased their chances of getting relegated, one less game to play, etc. So 66% chance, which has meant ours has reduced to 35%. If Leeds United were to get a win here, then it would be class. Joey says we will lose you with commentating. What do you mean, Joey? What do you mean? Is it true that Joe's a Steve Evans type? Yeah, to scale, bro. On the back of my head, when you look at me from the back, it's Steve Evans' face. But yeah, listen, 35% chance of going down. A win today would be absolutely huge for Leeds United. They've got us ending on 35 points. Which as we said, yeah, 5 more points could do it. 4 or 5. I think even 4. They've got Forest ending on 33, which is only 1 more win for them in the remaining games. We shall wait and see, though. Many more twists and turns as of yet. Yeah, Supercomputer says we just stay up. Exactly. Everyone uses 538 as well. The majority of people anyway use it. Steve Evans got promoted yesterday. Yeah, I seen that, bro. I did. Also, anyone who watched me yesterday on the watch along, I gave you some tips. They were bad. What did I say? I said was it Lincoln had beat Stockport? Stockport battered them 3-0. Had a 4-fold on. Brentford, Swansea drew 1-1. Peterborough drew 0-0. And I forget the other team, they lost. I had Matthias Jensen to score. I got giddy, didn't I? Because I got the Eze. But yeah, the horses did all right, though, Danny, didn't they? You kept me up. Joe, I have a question, says Miltman. Go ahead. Is this worse than last year? I think there's more chance than last year. I do. I never believed that we would go down last year. And I said that. I did say that throughout. Now I don't know. I'm leaning more to we'll be all right, but I don't know. Like it could change after these 90 minutes. But last season, those who watch me, I said continuously, we'll not go down. We'll not go down. We'll not go down. But yeah, Bournemouth will be confident. A win or a draw will do it for them. 100%. Bournemouth are already safe. Can't hear you, pal. Yeah, you can. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah, you know. You think our season's decided today, says Chris, yeah? Everyone can hear me. That's cool. How many points did we have after 34 games last season? I can have a look. So last season we had 38 points. 38 points. Bully B. So this was last season, But obviously, everyone else. So yes, we had more points, but if you look, Everton had 39, Southampton 40, Villa 45. The league was stronger in a sense, or because if you look here, look at Norwich and Watford, they're on 23 and 22. You know what I mean? That's why. So yeah, 38 points at this point. They predicted at that point as well. Oh no, that's May. Sorry, my apologies. My God, what a tit I am. April 27th. So now, sorry, we had 34. So we had 34. So 4 points behind. We only got 4 more points. That was enough. From this stage, you could argue 4 more points between now and the end. We'll be fine, right? Watford didn't get any more. Norwich got 1 more point. Yeah, there you go. Frank Lampard saved Everton, didn't they? And Burnley obviously went down. But yeah, that was at this stage last season. Stephen says, disagree about Bournemouth being safe. We win today and we're 3 points off them with a better goal difference. Yeah, but they're not going to get pulled in by the teams below us, bro. Bournemouth are safe now. Bournemouth had to lose for me against Southampton in order for them to be in any sort of trouble. They're on 36. If we're saying that 4 or 5 more points will do it, they've already got that. Do you know what I mean? I think Bournemouth are safe for sure. There you go. Brick says, just done predictor. We go down on last day on goal difference. There you go. Will you enjoy the Liam Cooper winner today? It would be amazing. If Liam Cooper gets a winner today, I'll get Liam Cooper's name tattooed on me. I'll get super duper Liam Cooper. There you go. Do you know about the Willie rumour? Go on then, Quins, dude. Tell us one of them made up rumours again. Come on then, tell me. Tell me one of these made up rumours, Quins, dude. What have you heard on the grapevine? We'll wait for Quins, do. What's this rumour? Is that right? Willie didn't travel to Bournemouth. Is that the rumour, is it? Okay. Is that the rumour? Where's that rumour come from? Did Willie not travel? Apparently he hasn't travelled. Okay, well, I've got him starting today, so... Why would he not have travelled, do you think? Why would he not have travelled? What's the shtick? Why do people think he's not travelled? I'm just having a look at some of the content getting put out by the club. Hi, Joe. Great content as always. If we lose today, no, don't get I'm bringing Stellini. Are you mad, Jim? You've got to be joking me. This has got to be a joke. That's madness. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Honestly, it'd be crazy to sack a manager at this stage anyway, but to bring in Stellini? Rumours are... Nah, Javi, I'm not having that Javi's had a bust up. We're all making stuff up, man. We're all making stuff up, surely. Stellini, man, that's mad. Do you know what? I'm going to message someone now. Give us a sec. It's got to be a wind-up on it, yeah, for sure. One sec. One minute. Leave it with us. Yeah, it's got to be fake rumours. Ease off me, dude. No, I'm. Why would we get rid of Grazia? Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Ollie says you buy it so easy. Nah, I'm having that he was being genuine there, man. I'm having it. Just while I'm on as well, I don't know if any of you have seen this. But I have come together with Mazzala Designs. Sorry, this is on my Twitter. There's an opportunity. I know a lot of you will have seen it, but there's the opportunity to win this Pablo Hernandez print of that famous goal against Swansea. With the commentary there, you can see the lineups below as well. I seen someone say that starting 11's better than what we've got now. Obviously, Mellier, Ayling, White, Cooper, Dallas, Phillips, Click, Roberts, Harrison, Costa, and Bamford. But yeah, it's a lovely piece of artwork put together by Mazzala Designs, and you can win the chance to win that. So all you need to do is get me on Twitter. To enter, you just need to retweet the tweet and follow myself and Mazzala Designs. And yeah, you have the opportunity to win that fantastic prize. Pablo Hernandez scores a goal for Leeds United. Oh!
Scores a goal for Leeds United! Oh!
Goal! Yeah. Great moment in our history. Pablo Hernandez, Ayling down the right, etc. You know the rest. So check that out on Twitter. I've got one in the post coming to me, so I will show it you once it comes. But yeah, it's on its way to me now. Matt Scale says someone yesterday posted a photo of him Twitter and the world has exploded. Fake. All right, okay. I'm just waiting for my text back. It's not come. Oh wait, but it does look good, that doesn't it? It does look good. But yeah, you can win it. You can win it. If you just go to Twitter and drop a retweet, follow myself and Mazzala Designs, and yeah, on Mesler Designs. King Tut says the good old days when we used to attack. Hernandez was never replaced. Agreed. Xander Graff says this is our biggest game of the season. Nonto has to play. Richard said assalamu alaikum. Velikum salam, bro. He says, how are you? Diversity, multicultural, and culture is strength. No tribal racism. Hate move out of the site. Smash the like buttons. Many thanks and much love. Big up to you, Richard. ITK Joe Heyman. I've heard that Leicester and Everton have agreed to play for a draw. Come on, Lee, show your true colours today. Yes, please do it. Quinn's dude, man, no one's having a go at you, bro. Yeah, Nonto's definitely travelled. I don't go on with this. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. I don't go on with this notion though that that they've had a fallout. Definitely not. Yeah. Who would you be starting lineup? Would you include Rutter and Nonto? We'll put it together, bro. We'll put it together. We'll take a look at it for sure and put together our lineup now. Give us 1 second, we'll get the names up. So it'll probably be the 4-2-3-1, won't it? Because that seems to be Javi's preferred choice for sure. So I'll share my screen here so you can see it. Chris said Stellini in talks for the club. I realise you were just winding me up now. You got to be anyway. If not, you are crazy. Crazy, yes, hey, Joe, Leeds down if we lose. No. Obviously, the chances increase, but you just never say never. You know, it's going to go last day because, yeah, I mean, if we lose today and then obviously Leicester and Everton draw, then we're back in the relegation zone, you know. If we lose today and only one of them wins, both of them can't win, but if one of them gets 3 points, then we're still in the relegation zone. Do you know what I mean? So, no, we're not. No, we're not, because we wouldn't go below Forest. So yeah, no, we're not down, but obviously it'd be much harder because we'd have some really tough games. I love to see Joe celebrate and want to see it 4 times today. So do I, Kevin. So do I, bro. So in goal, obviously Mellier, who for me was really, really good last time out. To be fair to him, at left back is going to be Junior Firpo. I don't think Max is ready. That means Cooper will play at left centre back, which, to be fair, he has improved the defence since coming in. Still prone to a few errors, but has looked decent. Koch alongside him, who I just don't rate. Ayling has to keep his spot at right back. Great going forward for me, and teams below us are not any better. Yeah, they are. I agree, Chris. They're not. On left wing, I think Willie starts, folks. I genuinely think Willie Nonto starts today. A point to prove, and I think he scores. It's then going to be Roker and McKennie in midfield, provided there aren't any injuries. Maybe Forshaw could come in, but I don't see it if he didn't play him in the last game just because of how poor we were. Number 9 is Patrick Bamford. I know a lot's been made about the miss, but you know, he's the only person who can do what he can do in our side, unfortunately. So for me, Bamford is leading the line. I would have Rodrigo behind him. I think what I would say as well, if Rodrigo does waiver and can only give us 70 minutes, I'll be looking to bring someone else on other than Aronson. If we're in front, Jamie, I thought he did, bro. If you're on about Bamford, I thought he did. Yeah, I wouldn't bring on Brendan. It didn't work last time. I thought it would, but yeah, maybe bring in a Forshaw at that point if we're in front. And then from the right is Jack Harrison, who again he played pretty well against Leicester. So that's probably the starting 11 that he'll go with. If he doesn't, the only changes I see is Somerville for Nonto. Everyone else will be exactly the same. I don't know anyone can disagree with that, really. The whole shouts for Rutter. The thing is with Rutter, he's clearly not ready, right? He's your record signing, I hear all that, right? But the thing that annoys me with Rutter is the Leicester's the Leicester result because we needed to get something from the game, i.e. we needed to ideally get 3 points. He should have threw Rutter into the mix. This is the frustrating thing. Give the guy a chance. What I won't say is don't start him, and that's fine. Because you can't expect to just throw him in starting and expect him to do it for Leeds in the system over 90 minutes. He's not experienced. We're in a relegation dogfight and all that sort of stuff. So I'm okay with him not starting. I just think my frustrations come when we're needing to get something from a game. There's 10, 15, 20 minutes left and you just don't roll the dice. But I think, again, that comes down to at this moment, Javi being that desperate for points, he daren't make that. It's like they're scared. For me, it feels a little bit of his pragmatism's a bit too much in that game because he went 1-0 up against Leicester and then we definitely seen a drop-off. You know, we did the same against Palace. We were the masters of our own downfall. I said it at the time. We're dropping off. We're dropping off. Now, whether or not that's the players, maybe in the Crystal Palace game, because that was, you know, it was still in the first half when they were doing that, maybe noticeably so. But against Leicester, it seemed definitely like a request, you know, a request from the manager. But yeah, the thing with Rutter and the most frustrating thing with Nonto, if you don't fancy Nonto, I think he's wrong. But if you don't fancy him, okay, fair enough. You're the manager, you make the decisions as you tell us. But when you've got 10, 15 minutes left on a game and you don't even give him any minutes, that's where it's wrong for me. To not give Rutter any minutes, 15, 10 minutes to go, you have to throw him in there, right? When we're needing a goal. Because if that ball drops to Rutter against Leicester, do I have confidence he would find the back of the net? Yes. Do I have confidence he can give us a Bamford-esque performance over 90 minutes? Not yet. No, I don't. And that's why I understand it. That's why I understand his selection in that respect. But then I would also say, and this is what we miss as fans and what we take for granted as fans. Bamford's movement and wherewithal allowed him to be in that position anyway. Not all strikers would have found themselves in that position. Now, of course, he should finish it, but there's all these little nuances that like I said myself, anyone could have finished that. And I do believe that. But would they have even been there? Maybe not. Maybe not. Jamie, man, I'm not having that he was superb. I think that's very much the grass is greener on the other side. Jolly Ollie says, you have to be honest, does your team deserve to stay up based on your season? But I think it's been better than other teams, yeah. So I would say, yeah. That's why we're not in the bottom of the table. This table doesn't lie, does it? Table doesn't lie. Joe Corby says, Leicester fan here, thought Bamford held up the ball great on Tuesday. Talk well, mate. Keep it up. Thank you, Joe. And that's coming from an opposing fan. That's what I mean. You take Bamford out of that forward line, then Soyuncu and Wout Fess have no bother. People forget all these things. Holy Ghost says, get into and duck them up. Peace and blessing. Big up to you, bro. I hope you're well. we've scored the second most goals in the bottom half, says Milkman. There you go. There you go. Stephen says Rutter has been ineffective. No goals. No goals or assists. He should have a goal, though. He should have had one in the FA Cup for sure. It was incorrectly ruled out for a Harry Wilson swan dive. That just wasn't a free kick, was it? Tim Egan says, table doesn't lie, Joe, but VAR fixes results and outcomes. Come on, bro. Don't be like that. Well, based on my own team, Forest, no way we are. Jolly Ollie says, okay, so Jolly Ollie's saying, based on my own team, Forest, no way we deserve to be in the division. We are crap. Simple. It's just been your away form, hasn't it, bro? I would argue, had you have let Steve Cooper do the recruitment, this might sound mad because he's not playing, but someone like Lewis O'Brien, who's not even in your squad, I think you'd have had a better chance going that route instead of letting Marinakis' son or him himself just go wild with the checkbook and sign hatfuls of players. Check Kuyate, who I don't even think gets a game. You know, all these players, like you could see when you first came up, there was a definite Steve Cooper blueprint on it, looking at players like Lewis O'Brien, looking at who's the left back, Toffolo, etc. And then it all went a bit mad, didn't it? You know, I swear you were linked to Batshuayi at one point, and you started buying IU and all these players. So, yeah. Sanantharaj, yeah, listen, folks, if Rutter's not getting a game, do you really think Perkins and Joseph are going to be playing? I like Mateus Joseph more, but come on, man. It's just wild. I think it's very wild for me personally. This is just my opinion, and football is about opinion. When people start going, play Gray, play Javi, play Perkins, play Joseph. You've got to have and listen, we as fans know the step up from under 21s, reserves football, whatever you want to call it these days, is astronomical. Because how many players have we waxed lyrical about in our under 23s and then they've made the step up and not been good enough? Yeah, Lewis O'Brien's playing with Click. Yeah. Be nice, wouldn't it? We want. I know that could have been our midfield. Midfield. Jamie says JB definitely. I keep saying Jabby because I used to work with a guy called Jabby. But JB, JB definitely deserves an opportunity for me. I haven't seen enough of him, bro, to say that. Just play the 23s and let rest have day off. Yeah, exactly, Pelly. It's mad, isn't it? You know what I mean? Hey, Joe, it's so good that Forest lost and Everton, unless... Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah. Off the bench, Jamie, yeah, potentially. But he's opting to go for Forshaw, so... And he doesn't even use him at times, does he? Yeah. They don't want to throw those young ones into the lines. Could hurt them forever if they do. I agree with you, Michael, as well, right? You've got to have the right mental attitude. You know, it's clear Archie Gray is a top talent. I believe his younger brother's even better. They're going to stay at this football club, at least until they break into the first team. They're great talents, but obviously the Gray family, great history with Leeds United, they will be here. But do you want to throw Archie Gray into this? You know, Archie Gray showed great goal against Middlesbrough, then he gets sent off. Do you know what I mean? It's a different kind of it's just a different level Premier League, especially with the pressures of you know where we're at right now. Oscar, yeah. Listen, Oscar, I say when I'm wrong. I say it now. I laugh at myself that I said that. But in the games up until that point that I'd seen a Somerville, he wasn't of the required level for me. Listen, because I remember Jan Poveda played against Crawley Town, I think, and did one skill, and everyone were going, "Start Poveda, what a baller!" He did like one like Cruyffy turn or something in the box, and everyone thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. I remember people clamouring for Ryan Edmondson, who's playing like League One or League Two. You know what I mean? Bring Edmondson in, play him. The facts are that managers know better than us. Do you know what I mean? We're not managers. Of course, we can disagree with their decisions. Do I think he's wrong in not even using Nonto? Yes, but he has his reasons for it. Tashirna says Dan James was the real Jan Poveda 2.0. True. Because Cree's a good player. D said if we went down, we should be after Lewis O'Brien. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. A massive rebuild would be needed, wouldn't it? I hope by end of day, Joe, he's not taking the dog on a long walk. Yeah, that's when you know things have gone tits up. St. Helens White says, lose today, Joe, and it's all over. The thing is, I said before, like, we must win this game or it's go. But it is what it is. You know, I'll still believe. You've got to believe. Holy Ghost says, the Anuki gods have spoken. 2-1 Leeds. I hope so, mate. I think 2-1 as well. D says, I don't think you were wrong about Somerville. Oh, I don't know. He looks good, bro. He doesn't look out of place at the level. Sam Dalby at Wrexham. Joe O'Brien plays for US team now. Yeah. D said, oh, sorry, I thought you meant he'd like plays for the United States, like men's national team. Joe, where is Mark and Bill? They're downstairs, bro. They started fighting. Just seen a clip of Bamford training this week. I've sent you it. What was it? A good finish? It's all right. It's all right doing it in training, bro. It's all right doing it in training, innit? Have you sent it me on Facebook or something, bro? And just check my text to see this Willis stuff. Is a draw decent? No. But if we get the draw, I'll say yeah. You know what I'm like. Oh, I can't view it, Mark. I don't know why, pal. I don't know why. Morning, lad. Fingers crossed for Leeds today. I'm heading off to town now, ready for the match. Good luck, Lee. Lee Brown, obviously, told us last week, right, that they were going to slap up Everton 3-0, and they did just that, and now they're going to go play Southampton. So make sure you smash Southampton for me as well, mate. Because this Southampton are done, aren't they? They're running out of time. Josh says, I did a little nostalgia thing tonight and watch your Crying BLs vid. Made me cry too. Dear me, how times were. Yes, indeed, they were different. Will you be doing a fixture predictor tonight? Let's have a look. And Joe will have us beating City to stay. That's the thing, innit, bro? Yeah, exactly. We'll lose tonight, and then I'll do a predictor, and I'll go, I think we could get one against City. Look, I just want to win a game of football, man. 5-2 today, lad. Leeds 3-1 win. Oh, Lee, please, man. That would be amazing. Oh, if that happened, bro, I'd be on a mad one. Do you think Forest are gone? Very good question. I've said for a while, people who watch me regularly, and I know Forest fans don't want to hear it, but I've said for a while that away form shocking. They will go down. Southampton will go down. I believe them two will go down. It's the other spot that's up for grabs for me. And that at this moment in time is between us, Leicester and Everton. Could West Ham get pulled back in? They've got 2 games next. Manchester clubs, it all depends on if those below them can win enough games. The facts are we're down next. We don't win enough games. So maybe not so. Do you know what I mean? Listen, folks, smash a like on the video as well. I've just realised we've got 630 people. And we've got only 169 likes. So please smash a like on the video for me. Freddie NCO's coming with the super chat saying Forshaw needs to start. It's not come through here. I don't know why. But yeah, Freddie says Forshaw needs to start. I don't know. Look, apart from Forest and maybe Man United, but they had Tyler Adams at that point. The midfield, we only get one good performer. Either McKennie's bad or Rocker's bad, or Rocker's good and McKennie's good. We never get them together. Today, hopefully we get good performance. Greenwood over Forshaw even, says Joe. It's a good shout, mate. He played there in the last game of the season against Brentford. But I'm not sure Javi... Javi might not even seem like that at all. Obviously, he was brought in as a striker, was scoring goals at youth level for Sunderland. Then he went to Arsenal, came back up here, came to Leeds. You know, signed a long-term deal as well. But we're not really seeing him at all. So he obviously is not really feeling him. He might not see him as a midfielder like they did. You know what I mean? Davey said, mad that fans are calling for Forshaw to start in 2023. Again, that comes back to, you know, the negligence of this board, doesn't it? Big shout out to Mikey B, 1965, who's just come a member of the Just Joe football show. Welcome to Just Joe FC, brother. Thank you, Mikey B. Massively helps the channel. Yeah, we'll see. Listen, I'm going to go for a Leeds United 2-1 win. Just give us 3 points, as Jarvis says. 3 points, and genuinely we can breathe a sigh of relief. We can think, you know what? We're not going to get anything against City. But guess what? Everton have to play Brighton. Forest have got a tough game. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. We move, right? We'll be fine. Now, it's 11:37. I'm going to be back here at 1:15. In the meantime, I'm going to get some more tracks for the soundboard, and we'll be bouncing come kickoff, I tell you. How's the nerves? Yes, I'm bricking it. Mikey B says, I love this channel. Thank you. I love you as well, bro. Longshion's gone 3-1 Leeds. Jarvis 3-1 Leeds. I've got 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds, okay? If Danny Rums is predicting us to lose, we'll probably win because he always gets them wrong. So maybe it's a bit of reverse psychology, but yeah, the nerves are not good. Mighty Mog says, hi, guys. Will you do us a favour and do Southampton over? Good luck sending Everton down. Yes, thank you, Mighty Mag. I think you will do us a favour as well. I know you don't like the Everton fans. Call them Scouse Mackhams, don't you? I don't know why that is, but yeah. Dominic says, man, friendy, how many points will be enough, Joe? 35 will keep you up. 35 will keep you up. 34, maybe. 33, not enough. You're talking goal difference there. Because I think it's that tight down there. 2-0 Leeds. We will concede. Bournemouth will concede. Although Bournemouth haven't scored a goal at home for 300 hours. 3 games worth. I can't remember. Yeah, something along that. We did the stats yesterday. But Leeds United will win today. We're going to see goals from Patrick Bamford, Willie Nonto, and probably Dominic Solanke gets one for them. It's going to be 2-1 Leeds United, and we're going to breathe a sigh of relief come kick-off because Southampton will have been beaten by Newcastle and will almost certainly be down. We'll then watch Monday night and be like, yes, come on, Leicester beat Everton. Gap created, and we can breathe. We can breathe. Listen, I'll see you here at 1:15. Do not miss it. All right, folks? And I will love you and leave you.